last section, in our last set of excerpts, we're going to talk about what happens when it's time for Aeneas to leave. And here's another one of the interesting differences. In Virgil's version, Iarbas, who Raphael mentioned earlier, he's a neighboring king, and he wanted to marry Dido, and he is pretty frosted that Aeneas is muscling in on his territory. So he asks his dad, who happens to be Jupiter, or Zeus, to intervene and to get Aeneas to leave Dido alone. So Zeus, of course, listens, and he sends Mercury to tell Aeneas that it's time for him to get on with the whole founding the Roman Empire thing, and that he really should leave Carthage. And Aeneas says, oh yes, of course, it's my duty, I should do that. So he goes, and there's eventually a confrontation with Dido, and Dido is very upset. She sort of runs the gamut of emotions. She's angry, she curses him, she begs him to stay, she cries, she wails, and at one point she says, does our marriage mean nothing to you? And Aeneas' response is, I never entered into that contract with you. And he up and leaves, and then she kills herself. So in that version, we have a very stalwart Aeneas, and we have a very irrational and upset, emotional Dido. But in Purcell's version, it's a little bit different. So now we're going to hear the confrontation, the end scene between the two of them, and then we'll unpack and compare.
So much lost in the where we have it, yeah. What shall lost Aeneas do? How royal fare shall I but the gods decree, and tell you we must part.
Us on the fatal banks of Nile weeps the deceitful crocodile, whose hypocrites and murder act, make man and gods the authors of the fact.
By all that's good,
By all that's good, no more, all that's good you have forsworn. To your promise stand by fly, and let forsaken Dido die.
in spite of Jove's command, I'll stay, offend the gods, and love obey.
No faithless man like yours pursue, I'm now resolved as well as you. No repentance shall reclaim the injured Dido's slighted fame, for 'tis enough whate'er you now decree, that you had once a God
saw is pretty different as well, right? We don't get this emotionless, I never entered into that contract with you. We get a very impassioned offer to stay. He says that he'll forsake what the gods tell him to do, and he says that he'll obey love instead. And the difference there is something maybe that we touched on a little earlier, about the Aeneid being written under Augustus. So the idea of Aeneas as a more stalwart, sort of man's man hero who does everything that's pious, and he does his duty, and he follows the gods, and so he leaves. It's very different from Purcell's version, where we have an Aeneas who he's told he has to leave, so he says he's going to leave, but then Dido asks him to stay, so he says, oh no, I'll stay. And then she tells him to leave. She says, away, and he's like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll go. And it's an interesting difference. And the other thing that is quite different is Dido's suicide itself. So she is the one who tells Aeneas to leave, and her final line there that's repeated is, remember me and forget my fate. And I think it's a much more powerful and a much more sort of human response than Virgil's Dido, who's a little bit just sort of crazy and irrational. And so to conclude, to wrap up, first of all, we really urge you all to come to the opera to see the bigger version. It's on April 24th and 25th at 7:30 p.m. in the Lane Concert Hall. But on top of that, we, in our seminar, talk a lot about the way that myths are interpreted. And I earlier referred to the idea of overlapping circles. And what's really great about us here at Swarthmore being able to have an event like this, being able to also stage the opera, is that we get to add our own circle to that history of the myth. And although it's pretty out there, our version isn't necessarily less authoritative than Virgil's version is, because it's a myth, and we can do what we want. So I encourage everyone to stick around, have some chocolate-covered strawberries. If you want more information, you can check out our website, which is didoandaeneas.swarthmore.edu. It's a super easy URL. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me or Raphael or any of the students. And thank you again to Grace, the classics department, Andrew, music department, and all of our singers.